Hi, my beautiful tribe. This is Jules. So, there is something that I want to talk about. And you have to be very conscious to understand a few things that I'm going to talk about in the next upcoming videos. Sometimes, and when I'm saying conscious, I mean, we are talking about many laws and many, like the principles of hermetics would apply to this. But there are many things in which you just become very aware. And when people are not aware of those things, it's almost like hard to watch, you know. So I understand that these videos are not for everyone, but I would like to bring it and make anybody who has the ears to hear what I have to say here. Or whoever has the eyes to see, it depends on how you want to look at it. So, what I would like to talk about is that one thing that when you receive it, inevitably we want to give our soul to someone else. I want to clarify that objectively, what awakens a man and a woman's feelings is totally different. Men are captivated when they feel valued, needed. They like the role that they play in a woman's life. They want to be their hero. Women are more attractive to men when they feel unique, loved, and protected. They must also feel admiration for the man in her life. And these are just some basic differences between men and women. And it's not what this video is all about. What I want to talk about is regardless of gender. There is one thing that would make you absolutely attractive. You will become a magnetic field of attraction. They will feel the pull towards you and they won't consciously know or understand why. This has 100% to do with your energy. Energy doesn't lie. Energy is felt, period. It doesn't matter how intuitive or conscious the other person is. They will feel drawn to you. And as much as they want to make sense of this, they will be unable to. They just can't help it. Again, energy doesn't lie. So we can't fake it until we make it or pretend. When it comes to energy, we can't pretend or act like we're being genuine. First of all, we must be very conscious about our motives. Let me explain this. So now, please listen carefully to this. People feel attracted when they feel nourished, not drained. This is something people can't explain because they are not conscious about their own attraction to you. I know and I understand this very well because it is based on first-hand experience. So hear me out. When someone tries to be likable and charming, they get the opposite. And I will talk about this in a different video. Charming people want everyone to like them. Keep this in mind for this video. But when I come up with that video, it will support this one 100%. When we are obsessed with having a place in someone's life, when we are competing for attention, when we get jealous or when we want validation, we are only shooting ourselves in the foot. What I'm trying to say is this. When I say we must become conscious about our motives, we must be authentic and genuine about our intentions. We could be thinking that we are being genuine in loving that person, but we could be acting from our ego and not know it. Again, they will They will want to give us the attention when we are being genuine in loving them and not obsessed based on ego. When we are genuine, we have no problem in wanting to know about them, about their day, about their problems, about their challenges, about their people in their lives. When we are genuine, we can sit across from them and see their soul. We don't give into psychological projections. We do not play games. We do not delay communication or delay back in our giving. We are absolutely 100% present with them. There is a difference between loving someone and wanting them to love us. When we truly love someone, we don't suffer from their actions or lack of actions. We only care about their own happiness. Our pleasure is about seeing them happy. We are not affected by seeing what is going on with them, even if that means checking on their social media. If I check on social media is not about obsession or stalking them, because I can only be obsessed if I want to impress them, if I want to be in control of their lives. I know and I understand that I will never be able to control anyone's lives. If I want to control, I will get frustrated, I will suffer, feel resentment because I'm not getting what I want. So my ego tells me they are the bad guys because they're not meeting my own expectations. If I am constantly waiting for them, if I am constantly expecting them to snap me out of my boredom or waiting for them to entertain me, if I want to receive from them a placement in their lives, their attention, a message, then inevitably I will feel good if I get it instead of having no expectations. So if I get something from them, I can just receive it happily, but also be equally happy if I don't. I have to accept they are themselves. They have their own lives, their own choices, their own decisions. If I want if I want them to approve me or choose me or love me, that is not love. This is a void the ego wants to fill. And we want to make this person the redeemer, the one that is coming in our lives to save us. Does it make sense? Keep in mind, I'm not telling you to give and give to someone who is not reciprocating. If you are focused on loving them instead of them loving you, you will not allow in your life the people that want to drain you and suck the life out of you. To the contrary, the Hermetic principle of correspondence states that you will attract the same people who are vibrating at the same frequency as yours. The people who will value you and value what you are willing to share. But if you notice that a person enters your life and they don't deserve anything that you're willing to share, then you gracefully walk away from them because you value and you love yourself above anything or anyone else. I can't pretend to genuinely love someone if I'm not genuine in the way that I love myself. Because if I don't love myself genuinely, then all that I'm looking for is to fill the void with other people. When I'm loving myself from a healthy place, I become conscious that that is falling to the traps of the ego. I hope I'm making sense. Let me be clear. It's not about giving and giving without getting something in return. We just have to make sure that we are not in need of filling any voids when it comes to our relationships with other people. When we are being genuine, that person will feel the magnetic pull towards you because they're feeling nourished by your presence and not a drain. So we have to be genuine in love, in loving other people, and want to know about their lives. When it comes to energy, it cannot be faked. It has to be genuine, it has to be honest, it has to be truthful because the other person will feel it, whether they know it or not. And ask yourself this question: who doesn't want to come back to the same place where they feel seen, where they feel loved, where they feel valued and recognized? This is something that can only be perceived. That's why animals and kids are always drawn to people where they feel welcomed and loved. You have felt this too. There could be that one person that you already know this person. And you know they don't like you. But even if they pretend to like you know they don't. And they're not being honest about it. You know this in your being. You just know it. So, to recap and to remind us, people are going to feel attracted to you and they will give into that feeling of being magnetized when they feel energetically flourished and nourished by you. When you become the well that drenches that thirst, when you become the promise that they are being seen and recognized, and that can only be perceived when you genuinely care, when you want that person to be authentically happy. Because if you only want them to feel well around you, but not when they are away from you, that's not being authentic. So notice how this is an indicator, and let's be honest with ourselves. Keep in mind that they will be attracted to you depending on how they feel around you, not because you are trying to convince them or brainwash them in believing something they can't perceive themselves. We don't have to convince them that we are the best option or the best of their choices or we are the person of their dreams or their soulmate. There is no point in trying to convince anyone and generate strategies so they can focus on us or convince them that someone else is not good for them. This doesn't work. This is all about energy. And when you're being genuine, they will perceive it whether they understand it or not. They will feel the magnetic pull depending on how they feel, not what they think of you. So please don't undermine this. When you focus on the journey, the moment, the present time, and not the destination or the fulfillment, and you enjoy the process, every tiny step of the journey, this is when the magic happens. When you understand that happiness is not reaching a finish line, but moving through the journey to reach it. I hope that all makes sense. So, this is all for today. I hope it helps and that you find this information to be valuable. Please like and subscribe to know when I upload more videos like this. Wishing you all well in your journey. Namaste.